What is up, my fellow Chiebits? Today, I'm here to bring all of you an anime review on Bungo Stray Dogs Episode 2. This episode focuses more on the comedic atmosphere. And with that, I feel like a lot of the fanbase when it comes to this episode is going to be divided. The reason for this is because with the first episode of Bungo Stray Dogs, there was a lot of comedy, but there was a side to it that was very serious, especially with how the, writer of the series was using different, book writers in, history as character names. And so it was built up to be a rather dark series, and the first episode was amazing. Now, with this, episode 2, it comes as a surprise to me as a anime only, as a, first-time watcher, because I didn't expect to have so much comedy in Bungo Stray Dogs. That is something that threw me for the loop when I watched episode 2, because majority of this episode pretty much was comedy, and honestly, I'm the type of guy that loves comedy here and there. I love comedy. I'm not going to say comedy's bad. Also, if you didn't like the comedy, comedy's subjective. It depends if you liked it or not, or if you're in the mood for comedy, so it comes down to your personal taste and preference. So, at the end of the day, I can't really say if the comedy was good or bad, because it just comes down to, your taste. But, I will say, however, when it comes to Bungo Stray Dogs, it was just completely unexpected to see how much comedy went throughout this entire episode, and I could see how some could walk into this episode and be kind of let down and expecting some crazy shit to happen, but instead got a lot of comedy. Now, I'm not going to say that I was one of those that was, just wanting a serious episode, but I was expecting a little bit less comedy, so kind of, threw me for a loop. But getting off of that, let's just talk about how this episode was perceived, how I perceived it, and one of the main things I think we all need to really look at when it comes to Bungo Stray Dogs, and that is the pacing or how this episode was structured, which has me kind of weary. For one, the way the episode was structured, it reminds me of a lot of series to where it goes through this format of a, episodic format of, like, Monster of the Week, or, Case of the Week, or something like that, just like a episodic episode, and you can't really say that's exactly what this episode was, but the way this series is structured, now that I do think about it, since it's an agency, and they're gonna be, doing different, jobs and stuff that normal other agencies wouldn't do, it makes you assume that there is a possibility that this could, turn into an episodic series. So I am kind of worried that it's going to be doing that. And another thing I need to ask is, how is the series adapting the core content? Because I haven't actually really talked to, big, book readers, the original source readers of Bungo Stray Dogs. So I'm unaware of how proper this adaptation is, especially when it comes to episode 2. So I want to ask right now, how is the adaptation? Has it been good? How is it doing when it comes to how this episode was perceived? Was it decent? Please let me know in the comments below on that. But I will say, though, the episode, regardless of the comedy and stuff, it was a very enjoyable episode. I had a lot of fun watching it, and it was a good laugh. I had a very good laugh watching it, but of course, that's not going to be the same for everyone, because, some maybe not laugh, they're not in the mood for it, maybe some just wanted a serious atmosphere. It really just depends on your mood at the time, so I gotta say, though, I personally enjoyed the episode when it came to the comedy. I love the test that Nakajima had to go through throughout the entire episode. And I love Dazai, with his comedy and how he was acting, and then also how he was stuck in the barrel and shit. It was pretty damn funny. But when it came overall, it was a comedy-themed episode. Now, towards the end, we have some setup for some serious stuff, especially when you get to see this person at the end looking for the tiger. And then, the episode ends after the ending song. And speaking of the songs, actually, I didn't talk about that much. I love that opening so fucking much. Oh my god, I love that opening of Bungo Stray Dogs. It is such a good opening. Such a good opening. After hearing it now in episode 2, it just, oh my god, it's such a good opening. And then, the ending song, it's rare for me to stick around after the ending song and watch a preview. That's how rare it is. It depends on the series. And when I heard that song, and I'm like, dude, this song is badass. So yeah, songs, by the way, fucking epic. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.